Hey guys, I'm Stu Shannon and today's video is one night in the remote bushland with only $100 worth of gear. I'm just parked in the shopping centre car park right now. I'm about to go buy my $100 worth of gear. It's not going to get me too far, and unfortunately tonight is forecast to get below 0 degrees. It's also quite windy out, but the good news is it's not forecast for rain. So I'm going to be looking for some sort of a knife or something for cutting. I'm going to be looking for some cordage, something to make shelter out of, something to sleep in. I'm also going to need food, something for cooking in. There's a lot of things I'm going to have to try and get. Perhaps a torch. I'll see how far $100 can get me. All right, so my plan is to utilize the discount shops for this. There's 3 of them in this shopping center, so we'll see what we can find inside. All right, so that shop was a bit of a bust. They did have one half decent knife for about $6 or $7, which I didn't mind, but I'm gonna keep having a look around. It has made me a little bit nervous because I can't get by with just a knife. All right, let's hope we have a little bit more luck with this place. All right, I found this little knife for $5 that should come in handy. So we're gonna put that one in the cart. Little barbecue lighter, $2.50. I found this 3x3 meter tarp for $16, so we're gonna chuck that in the kit as well. I found this headlamp for $10 and it includes batteries, so that's gonna save me a little bit of money too. All right, so I'm just over $30 at the moment. This one's my last discount shop to check out. I'm really trying to keep all this initial stuff under 50 because I'm hoping I can buy a cheap sleeping bag from somewhere after I've done all this stuff. I also still need to buy food to have. Well, I can't believe my luck here. They've got big packets of mee goreng noodles for $3.50, so that's got my food sorted for the whole overnight outing. $12 saucepan. I'll be taking that one as well. All right, I found these little 15-meter rolls of rope for $3.75 each, so I'm going to grab 2 of those. 30 meters should be plenty for the overnight stay. All right, so I'm hoping good old Kmart can provide me with a sleeping bag for around $20, and that leaves me with a couple of bucks spare for things like water and a few luxuries. And so Kmart's come through with a sleeping bag for $19, which is amazing. That'll keep us a little bit warmer tonight. So by my current calculations, I've spent about $93. Last but not least, I'm going to get some water so that I don't have to collect, filter and purify water while I'm out there. So about $7 left. Let's see what we can scrounge up with the last $7. They got 10 liters of water here for $4.40. It might be a little bit hard to carry, but this is going to make life so much easier for me for cooking and for cleaning my hands and drinking water. I think I'm going to go with this. All right, so I've just finished shopping. I've spent pretty close to my $100. And now I'm about to head out bush, but I'm already starting to run through things through my head that I'm going to be missing that are going to make things tricky. For example, I got a big 10-liter water, but I don't have like a little cup or a little bottle to drink it out of. So I might be swigging out of the big 10-liter jug. And also I don't have any cutlery, so I've got nothing to eat my noodles with, no spoons or forks or anything like that. I guess we'll just have to make do and see what happens while we're out there. Well, this is it guys, as promised. A night in the bush with only the clothes on my back and $100 worth of gear. Let's get to it. So I've only been walking for about 15 minutes and I've been very lucky to find this discarded half water bottle out here, probably from someone hiking, I don't know, but that's gonna come in really handy for me because I didn't bring anything to drink water out of other than my 10-liter jug. So we'll keep walking for a little bit and I'll find somewhere to set up camp. All right, I found a nice little spot here with some fairly level ground. There's no overhanging branches that are going to fall on me in the night, so I'm going to start setting up the tarp first, get that set up, and then we'll worry about everything else. I just think having a shelter ready while we've still got sunlight is going to be the most important thing. I'm going to go through all the gear that we've got from our little shopping trip, and I'm going to show you how we're going to utilize that. First thing we're going to get out is our knife and our little bit of rope. Let's hope this thing's sturdy enough to hold up to what I need from it. I'm learning very quickly that this rope is not very good. What I'm doing is I'm actually designing a shelter that's got a bottom in it to keep me a little bit insulated from that cold ground. Hopefully that'll just be enough to keep me a little bit warmer as the temperature gets really cold tonight. I'm not hugely confident that this is actually going to start a fire. It's like maybe 1 in 10 it works. So I'm not going to be using it for my rope anymore. I'm going to save it till I need to do a fire. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stuff the sleeping bag case full of bracken fern to make myself a little pillow to sleep on for tonight. But that's the basic setup that I'm going to be using. I'll have a fire up here for cooking my noodles up with. There you have it, guys. My pillow for the night. Sleeping bag cover stuffed with bracken fern. All right, so I've got my fire pit set up. I've got all these rocks around it just to keep it a little bit safer. It is starting to get a little bit cold already, so I'm going to get that fire going, but I'm still not going to put on my warm clothes because my body's hot from doing this work. So I'll wait until I cool down a bit before I start putting some warmer layers on. Let's get this fire going. Now, because I've got a lot of dead bracken fern here, I should be able to get this fire started fairly easily without collecting all my matchsticks, pencil, thumb-sized sticks like we normally do. I'll just sit this in here, I'll get a TP set up, and then because we've got the lighter, we should just be able to light it and have it going. All right, we'll light him in a few places and see if we can get him going. We've got to start there, so now I just got to keep collecting some sticks, keep throwing them on there to make sure we get a really good heart in the fire, and then I can start cooking that dinner. Alright, this is camp so far. Hopefully that'll keep us dry tonight. I'll tuck in right in the corner there, cook some dinner soon on the fire, and we should be good. Alright, so the plan now is to get an early dinner happening. So I'm going to boil up some water in my little pot that I bought. There. Mee goreng for dinner and for breakfast. Yum yum. Alright guys, water is at the boil, so it is time to add our noodles. I'll just leave that on there boiling. I'm going to do 2 packets of mee goreng. It's only a small pot, so I'm going to crush them up so they fit in properly. Too hot. Makeshift little glove. Not to splash ourselves with that water, it's scorching. 2 packs. Put that lid back on. Chuck him back near the fire just to finish off. Alright, so those noodles are probably ready now. So what we'll do, we'll pull them off, and we'll just, that's a bit hot. I don't have any eating utensils, so I've improvised some chopsticks. I'll try and use them to remove the lid as well. That's tricky. Give it a little stir. And they look good. And what we'll do is we'll use the lid just to strain it a bit as well. Just let it cool off for a second. I'll strain all the water out because I like my noodles with the water out. Still hot. It's a little bit hot. that half on, and then should be able to use the lid as a bit of a strainer. Alright, that'll do. I'm not going to get any closer than that. Alright, so we've got our little sachets here from the mee goreng. All we're going to do is just cut all of them open and dump them all in. There's some chili sauce in there, and there's some soy sauce and all sorts of other stuff. I don't even know, but it just tastes bloody amazing. So just cut them open. You don't have to be too neat with that. Get everything in there. Now the dry flavoring sachets, get those in there as well. Mix it all together and you've got the best damn noodles you've ever had. Give that a good mix up, and that's a hell of a bush dinner. Probably a bit sloppier than I'd normally have it, but it doesn't really matter. That's going to satisfy my stomach for tonight. Really good though. Well, camp's all set up. I've got some food in my belly, so I'm just going to go for a bit of a walk and check out my surroundings, see what cool stuff there is around here. There's a big canyon down there with a creek that runs through it, but check out this giant eucalypt that's fallen over. It's pretty awesome. Must have been some damn strong winds to rip that root ball out of the ground. Just checking out the bed situation to make sure it's nice and comfortable. My only worry is the temperature tonight. It's supposed to get below 0, so I'm just hoping this Kmart sleeping bag is going to be enough, but we've got what we've got. I'll let you know in the morning how we go. But yeah, sun will be setting very soon. Well, it's just coming on sunset now. And I've got to say, it is so peaceful out here. I've just been checking out this headlamp that I bought, this cheap headlamp, and I'm really impressed with this headlamp. That's a pretty good bloody value for money. But this is something I might actually keep in my regular kit. It's not as good as my my lead lens headlamp, but it's pretty good for a cheapie and for a spare. So that'll serve me well tonight. Beautiful little headlamp. And it's that. Well, nighttime is upon us and it has definitely started to get colder, so I'm going to crawl into my sleeping bag soon, get an early night, and I'll catch you guys in the morning. Right, so I'm using my headlamp to light this picture up at the moment. I just got up for a quick whiz, and I've got to say, this is an amazing headlamp. Highly recommend it. Well, I'm very comfortable to say that that was one of the worst night's sleep I've ever had. The sleeping bag was absolutely crap, and I definitely won't be keeping it. Of all the stuff that I bought, the only thing that I will be keeping is this headlamp. I was pretty impressed by that. I hope you enjoyed my night in the bush with only $100 worth of gear. I'm going to get a fire started again, get some brekkie, and then get out of here. Guys, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching.